Hi there, this is Ann Lindsay. Today is the 14th of November, and I wanted to share with you a little mindset shift that has been helpful to me, and I talked to Jane Wolfman about earlier today. When you think about your J Hilburn business and why you joined, there were probably some things that really stood out for you. Maybe you, when you first knew that you wanted to consider something, you knew that whatever it was, you did not want to work in an office. That was really important to me. Maybe you knew that it had to be flexible because you had kids and activities and that sort of thing, and you were all over the place, and you didn't want to lose that quality of life, that lifestyle. So it had to be something you could work around in your own life. Maybe, and probably in addition, you loved the product, you loved the fabrics, you loved the quality, you loved the concept. You might have really enjoyed working with men. Maybe like me, you were single. Woohoo, multitask, and bringing that kind of service, personal service, into guys' lives. And maybe on top of all that, you were really inspired and excited about the income potential of working with a company. I know this is the first one I ever worked with that had a multi-level marketing compensation component, and the ability to make passive income from sales on your team was and continues to be really exciting for me. So looking at that and thinking that all those things, if they're applicable to me, they very likely may be applicable to you. I want to say both to you and to me, gee, how's that working out? Meaning, are you getting what you want? So as I was considering that, I'm reading a book that I really like, How to Be a Recruiting Superstar. Lots of good information in here. I'm enjoying it. So we know from J Hilburn that you need maybe 1 to 2 chats a week with prospective stylists to recruit 1 stylist a month. And probably if you recruit 1 stylist a month, 1 a quarter will really be a fabulous person that will add value to your team. And that works great. But what if you're not doing 1 to 2 chats a week? There's likely something that's blocking you from doing the most important thing that would affect your business and put you on the map and make you feel like it was really working and get that big income going by building your team. There's likely something blocking you. So what could that be? Okay, there are lots of ways to recruit. And if you had to consider what those are, they have many faces, and I'm just going to throw a few out here. One could be calling a girlfriend and saying, hey, would you help me grow my business? One could be being at a party and saying, this is what I do, and I think you'd be great at it. Or approaching a salesperson that you might meet out. It might be announcing it at a networking event. It might be re-announcing it to a girlfriend and asking her to re-look at her list. So these are all aspects of recruiting. There are others, but there's some kind of common ones. Very likely, one of those that I talked about, that I just mentioned, hits a trigger for you, and the trigger is ick or yuck, or I just can't wrap my mind around that. That is not who I am. And so what I'm suggesting that you do, the gifts that you give yourself to grow your business, is you take that piece out, that piece that had the most negative energy around it, that method of recruiting, and you throw it away, toss it out into the wind and say, I'm going to give myself permission. I'm not going to feel guilty. I do not recruit that way, or at least not now. Don't do it. I'm not going to do it. Not on my radar. Not going to make myself do it. End of story. Done. Boom. Well, so what does that feel like then? Does that feel a little lighter or more airy that you now don't have that on your plate? So might that open the door for some of the other kinds of recruiting that might feel more comfortable to? It's worth thinking about. Maybe worth making a list. In your world, what are the ways that you could recruit? What are the ways that you could reach out? What are the ways that you could create events, maybe through Meetup or social girls clubs or social media? What are the ways that you would be comfortable in reaching out? Because remember, your job is not to get someone to join J Hilburn. Your job is to make the J Hilburn opportunity available, aware to as many people as possible, so the right ones step forward. So I hope that that little mindset might spark some interest in you. I'd love to work with you on your list, or certainly I know Jane would also. It's something that it's helping me, so I would love for it to help you too. Because the number one way that anybody ever joined a business, joined their J Hilburn business, is because someone else asked them. So I want you to get all those. I want you to be the asker that figures out how to do it comfortably and have that business, feel that business success. Okay, so speaking of success, love and success, and talk to you soon. Bye.